What's up, guys? Cody here. So I just got done filming my first episode of a series called Looking for Those Forgotten Classic Cars. And what this series is about is me going around to salvage yards across the nation and videotaping what's in the yard, and then bringing it and putting it on the good old internet, YouTube, for you guys to look at and enjoy. And hopefully, with me doing that, we can save some of these cars. Now, not every salvage yard wants me to put their contact information on the YouTube channel, and I respect that, and I get that, and I won't do it for their wishes. So on episode 2, I filmed at a salvage yard that's still currently operational, and they don't want me to put any information out there about it, their location. And as respect for them, I'm not going to do it. But at least that way you can still see the cars and enjoy them. And they didn't really have much to offer anyway. Unfortunately, they've already crushed most of their classic cars. It's a bad deal. So, but that's what this series is. It's a salvage yard series. Then I'm starting another series. I haven't figured out the name for it yet, but that's coming in the future, where I will be interviewing or talking to people about their classic cars and stories they have with their cars, and what makes them just love the cars. So a little bit about me. I'm a parts manager at a classic car restoration shop, and we get some really cool cars that come through the shop. But what's really cool is the stories that go with the cars. A lot of times the stories are more fascinating than the cars themselves, and I like to be able to share those stories with you, while at the same time showing off their beautiful rides, because there's some beautiful cars out there. But anyways, if you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe. At the end of this video, all the contact information will be for the people if you need to get a hold of. Jesse is the same guy. His name and numbers in there twice. 2 different numbers, same guy. Rick is one of the other owners. And the location of where it's at is also at the end of the video. And then you kind of get to see me get excited about a car at the very end of the video, simply for the interior, because it's pretty cool. And of course, midway through the video, I run across some cars that hold true to my heart and dear to my heart. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And again, thank you for taking your time to check it out and pass the word down. Thank you. Take care. Is he coming this way? Nope.
Nah, he's gonna be pulling back and forth.
Oh. Yeah, like that right there, that'd be a race car for somebody if they was to buy it. But.
Right. I mean, that right there where that larger truck is, that's the edge, and then we'll hit that, and then we'll start heading down.
All right.
Down. And I'll take you around all of them.
Yeah, you got quite a few.
There's a lot.
Quite a few G bodies back here. Yeah.
So he likes to say what he has, because he's got his special eye on what he likes.
Right.
If he don't like it, he don't say anything about it. There's quite a bit back there.
I understand.
I'm 25, so I think it looks good. He thinks it's ugly, so I'm like,
I'm 34, so.
Right. It's that generation thing.
I was a kid in school, man. I'd be reading Carcraft magazine, a Hot Rod magazine. The teacher would get mad at me. Cody, go to the principal's office. Detention. And you know, I knew as a little kid my life would revolve around cars. And my love for cars has never gone away.
It snakes around pretty easily.
Seven old. Thought maybe that was a Merc for a second.
Also, Novas out here, they're all mostly 4-door. I think there's 1 2-door, but that's the one I think he's going to be keeping.
Yeah.
He's got his 3 that's good.
Surprised he's able to limit down just 3 cars. I'd have a hard time doing that.
He don't like to do it, but he'll do it.
Here's a 2-door Nova. It's there. It's just a lifestyle a lot of people don't like. It's that late 70s.
Like you said, as the generations come up,
Yep.
more valuable. It used to be the craze of only 50s and
Oh, here's a 68 Chevelle. Let's check that out. No, it's not a Chevelle. That's a Buick. This is the way to tell from the Buick is the back end here actually concaves in, while the Chevelle is more straight. From the side, at a quick glance, so you won't know. And this is going to be like a 68, 69. On these, the rear tires are actually set up inside the rear fender well on these cars. So yeah, it's something somebody may, I don't know if it's worth saving or not. I don't see it as a stage 2 or anything. Got a pallet about there. And the Mustang. Thing is, the Mustangs are a dime a dozen, but yet they're still expensive to buy.
right now they're good another 10, 15 years. We'll see how that changes.
Here's an Olds. What's left of an Olds. Cutlass and tow by the rear swoop on the quarter fender. I mean, there's some people that pay money for a bunch of parts off of that car.
Yeah.
Now, that's a 67 Mustang too. Got hit pretty hard in the front. Ooh. Yep. Somebody had a bad day for sure.
Yeah, that one. You see it and then you get up on it and you get a little heartbroken.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yeah, somebody had a bad day for sure.
Yeah. We said it was cut between both of those.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. I'll just let you walk up through here. Go more that way.
You want to cut back through here?
Camino will be up over there.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Catalina. Got the engine in it?
Yes, sir.
I wonder if that's got. No, I think it's too new. Yeah, it's too new. Some of those, some of the Catalinas, they came with a 421 in them.
Right.
Which is a hellacious engine. So they call Mustangs Rustings for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
And this one's a vinyl top. The problem with vinyl tops, people, is this is always underneath of your vinyl top if it's unrestored.
This is that one he was telling you about earlier. They just need the top popped off and throw another one on there.
Yeah, they what's a 65 or 66? It looks like slant sits in it, straight sits. Yeah, we got a Nova we're doing right now at the shop. Oh, here we go. A Shelby? That's a Shelby. So Shelby teamed up with Dodge in the late 70s through the early 80s. And they released the Dodge, I can't remember the name of it. And I may be wrong, people. If I'm wrong, let me know. But it looks like that would be one of them Shelby cars, but I don't see the Shelby markings on the door, so it may not be. This is the bed he's talking about. Yeah, I don't know.
I had one out here earlier with a truck that was like the bed and the cab were connected.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 years it was made.
Oh, the unibodies?
The unibodies. Yep. We had one of those out here, but it got messed up and it broke his heart. So.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, it was, body was good, everything was perfect on it. Then they got messed up.
Those are bringing a lot of money right now.
Oh, I know. That's why it was all heartbroken.
That's rough. Station wagons. I love station wagons, always have. I don't know why. I just always have loved them.
Everybody got their neat little niche car. Got one.
Back over there, probably can't see it, but it is a Pontiac Chieftain back there.
Up. There'll be another turn for us to go into.
Can you imagine being alive back in the day when all of these cars were on the road?
Oh yeah.
But it's like my pop said, he's 74. They're just a car. They were nothing special. The problem is people try to restore cars like this, they can't find the trim. The trim is actually probably the most valuable part of that whole car right there. The trim and the bumpers. Okay. This way?
Yep. You'll be able to see part of the El Camino and stuff up on this hill. It'll be better view on the other side, but this is just so you get.
Nice. That's actually a pretty solid pickup. Old Ford pickup. A lot of people look for the old Fords. I'm more of a Chevy guy myself, but it's a 64 Ford. It's got the fenders that swoop. I think it's a 64, I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time I was wrong. We got a Ranchero. Another Ranchero. That's actually a pretty solid bed. I may need to send Curtis out here to look at these Chevys for the beds for the shop. See if that's something they'd be interested in. Well, they got plenty of late 70s, early 80s Rancheros around here. This way or this way?
Go around a little bit. That's what we can. There it is.
Oh. That poor El Camino's seen better days.
It has.
They post it right up there on top of the hill, look all nice and pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna need a lot of work. Do you know, was it an SS originally?
That I don't know. He'd be able to tell you, but or not. Might be on the other side.
That's all right. Don't want that coming off that off those wheels and tires and get hurt.
But we ended up cutting through a little bit early.
Yeah, I have a tendency to do that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's how you find the good stuff.
That's right. A little Datsun. Yep.
This way, and we can snake around, and that should be most of them up here. And we'll have to walk on down a little bit and get you to the ones up on
Oh
this
no!
end.
Now this is a cool piece right here. I don't want to explain why. It's got the glass up here. It's in really good shape. That's worth some money. I mean, how cool is this? Is that it wraps up. Maybe it's just me because I got a love for station wagons. I don't know, but to me that was kind of ahead of its time. It wasn't really a moon roof or a sun roof, but it was a unique feature on this car. Vinyl interior. This would have been the cream of the crop back in the day, probably, for station wagons. Nice. That's probably the hood for it right there. All right. Wrap back around this way.
I got stuff here. Just keep going around this way a little
Okay.
bit. Finish it up, and then we'll head up that way to a few nicer ones up there in the back, and then we'll hit the ones by the house that are good ones.
All right. Oh, this is the one he's talking about. That Bobcat. Mercury Bobcat. It's probably a unique vehicle at the time. I've never seen one actually, so. I'm gonna put a, someone needs to buy this and put a bid block in it. Roll cage, have some fun with it. People are like, what the hell is that? Thunderbirds. Another Maverick. This is, I think, a 53 Chevy. It's all there. It's pretty solid. Oh, got hit in the quarter panel. Look at the gauge in there, all the pull knobs. It's neat. It's different. Originally a 6-cylinder car here. A Gremlin. Another Maverick. That's America, isn't it? Okay. Alright.
That's more or less on this side. Start walking down that way.
Alright.
Show you the other stuff. It's going to be a good little minute walk or two.
Okay.
that twig and shoot.
Yeah. It's all right. What,
Wild man out here with the goddamn shorts and the briars.
I didn't even think about it. I was originally planning on just going to St. Louis Salvage, and then I remember this was nearby, and figured I'd swing by at least. And I knew St. Louis was all open. I had to worry about the briars a whole heck of a lot. Oh well.
Oh well.
That's part of life. I'll live.
Yes, sir.
See, that's cool. Look at that hood on that thing, man. The style. It's just different.
Don't make them no more.
No, they don't. Yeah. Definitely a cool car. It was a two-tone color back in the day. Pretty neat. Too bad you just couldn't sell trim pieces. I got a buddy who builds custom 49 and 51 Mercs. That's all he does. But he uses bumpers and trim pieces off of all other random cars to build them. And he would probably buy trim pieces out the union from you guys, but it's like Jesse said, to buy them you have to buy the whole car. You can't just buy parts. So unfortunately the cars are getting crushed, and he'd like to sell them if he can. It's not his choice. Gotta love government EPA bullshit, them bastards. And that's what really kind of driving them having crushed all these cars. But so I'll leave the contact and stuff for down the road if you want to get a hold of them. But there are some really cool cars here for sure. But like I said, you have to buy the whole car. You can't buy just the pieces off cars. You gotta buy the whole car. And he's got some killer deals. So at the end of the video, I will let you know the contact info and stuff. So if you're not serious about buying, don't waste their time, please. A lot of people do that. If you're serious about buying, then please reach out to them. But if you just don't be kicking tires, they're busy. They ain't got time to mess around with you. So just wanted to let everybody know that. Is that right?
Damn right.
Nothing worse than tire kickers.
Or when they try to walk off with a bumper and they think it's like, oh, I'm just gonna borrow it. You ain't gonna need it.
Right. All right. Pick back up where I left off at. Am I going the right way?
Well, there's not really a right way over here. It's
all okay.
Open, so. They picked through this once, and they left all the older stuff and the stuff they wanted to keep. So there shouldn't be none of the newer stuff. It should just be
all old stuff.
Exactly.
That's a briar right there. I'm gonna feel that in the morning. So I decided to be smart for shorts. That was a mistake. So I'm surprised I hadn't bought that and turned that into a drag car. Those make great drag cars. All right, I love vans too. Something about old school vans I did. This one's probably beyond saving, but it's still cool to look at. Old panel van. Yeah, she's well past saving, but
That's break your heart. We had 4 of them like this earlier.
Did you?
Yeah, she got out here, messed around, and messed them up. Hate to see it.
Yup.
There's that one. Then we can just go back
That's
around.
pretty clean over there too. And my knowledge on the European and Japanese classic cars is pretty limited, so. Man, somebody at the mullet out there is crying someplace right now. Good thing is they made tons of those. So I'm not sure what that is. It's 240 or something. It's a Japanese car, I think. I don't know. I'm probably wrong on that too. Is that a Firebird or a Trans Am over here? There's a Firebird.
What's left of it?
What's left of it, yeah. This is all newer stuff over here, you said?
Not newer. They pulled out all the new stuff. Newer. These are still laying around, but there's a lot more older. We got some here with wraps around.
Right.
You can see a bunch. There's some back there that haven't even been touched. So.
Okay.
We were here about a month ago. This whole area was nothing but full of cars.
See a Volkswagen there. Volkswagens always bring money, man. People.
There should be about 3 of them out here. That one, and there's one over there in yellow. If you look and see it from here.
Wanted to walk this way. You want to keep going? How's
I'll let
this
you
work?
decide. We can go this way. That way you're not double backing around. You're gonna run across it anyway.
Okay. Well, we'll go this way then. You know this better than I do, so
Even though I know, I still get turned around sometimes.
it's easy to get lost out here for sure. Oh, that's cool. That's a shame too. It's cool and a shame at the same time. A lot of people don't like these cars. I always liked them. They're different. We got parked here in 1966. Been here ever since. Yeah, that's so far gone you can't.
Some of them you want to save them, but you can't.
Yep. Can't save all of them, even though I'd like to.
Right.
Couple of Fords. Thunderbird. Those are pretty clean Camaro over there. Definitely got a lot of 50s Fords around here, for sure.
Yeah.
You got the pink one back there. Old Thunderbird, pink Thunderbird. I'm not a big Thunderbird guy, but always did like the pink and white two-tone Thunderbirds. This one has since faded and seen better days, but still a pretty neat car. I don't know why Ford changed the Thunderbird style. They outsold the Corvette, and then for some reason they changed the body style to that big boxy body style, and they didn't do as good.
I'm going like 3 over here, 4 over here, and then just right up that way.
I see a Trans Am or Camaro back here. Yep, I knew I did. I didn't even see that one first. I saw the back end of that one over there first. Saw just the back glass, just a little snip of it, and that's all I had to see.
Oh yeah.
Trans Am, here they are, in all their glory. Like that glass? That's a shame. You don't have to throw that away, because those are super hard to find right now.
Looks intact to me.
It is untapped.
Looks like I'm probably taking it. To mercy.
I would. If you can take all the glass out without breaking it, the back glass, I highly recommend it.
Oh yeah. I'm down to the other yard.
So this would have had originally had the Firethorn red interior at one point. Still has the engine in it. There's a cowl tab. Let's look at the cowl tab and see what it says. So for those that don't know, I'm a huge Pontiac guy. Love Pontiac in all its glory. So this is also just a Firebird. '77 Firebird. Another Firebird. Quick way to tell a Firebird from a Trans Am. I have to find a Trans Am here first, if I can find one, and explain it to you.
Hiding back here, didn't know about, so.
Let's see. Yeah, it's another Firebird. Another Firebird. We got a lot of Firebirds. This is a Trans Am here though. It's T-top. And she's seen better days. Oh, I want to see that cow plate so bad. I want to read that cow plate. I don't know if I can get back there without getting all cut up. Probably gonna get all cut up trying to get back in there. The dash is since gone. Well, it's a 79 or 80. You can tell from the back end of it, the tail panel. Camaro, 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 over there. Well, I found the Firebirds and Pontiacs, but not finding anything that's worth saving, unfortunately. Maybe somebody out there sees something they do like, though. It's a factory black car with the factory black interior. It's a 79. It's a Fisher body. It's a coupe. The L. so I had a 301 engine. Okay. Yeah, I think somebody cleaned all your Trans Ams out, buddy. That's a Camaro. Probably just a Firebird. Oh, thank you, sir. Yeah. Alright, this was a Trans Am. That's how you tell the difference between a Trans Am and a Firebird. Put it this way, a Firebird, they say Firebird and fender, and they won't have a scoop on the fender. I don't know if they ever, I don't know if you get any of them even in T-top. Trans Ams always have the fender side scoop. Unfortunately, this one's too far gone for me to even try to make an offer to buy. That's not even a parts car at this point. But the hoods, I'm tempted to flip the hoods over and see what they look like. It's an 80 model. Let's see if I can flip these hoods over. See if there's a bird on the back side of them. The screaming chicken. If I can get this open to where it stays. Okay. Let's maybe. Yes, maybe. Nope. Was hoping to get lucky and see a bird on the bottom, but that one does not have a bird. That happens. Oh well. I see them. I want to buy them because I'm a huge Trans Am guy, but most of them are Firebirds. And unfortunately, they're rough. They're all really rough. Now this one may be worth keeping and saving. 79 Trans Am L. Let's see here. I'm gonna pause this. All right. Got a charger. See if I can avoid the mud. We walking need to go this way first?
We can.
Okay.
We can go back this way. We'll actually have to get into the tree line a little bit.
Okay.
There's a bunch of this stuff right there.
I can get the chargers on the way back, so.
Because we'll have to come back around anyway.
Right.
Yeah, around the house. You got wearing shorts, we'll go back around. You do it that way because I don't want you. Because I usually just cut through the middle, but.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll get eaten up.
Gotcha. I'm already pretty much eating up as it is. I'm already bleeding and scratched, so it's all good. I knew what I was getting into when I started this adventure.
Oh, yeah. There's another bug. And the other one, there's 4. There's that one, there's 2.
Yeah.
We had a 5th one. It was a blue one. Everything was perfect on it, but somebody got in and messed it up again.
Really?
Yeah, they came in and they
Took parts off of it and.
well, they ripped out the engine. It had all the original engine, everything. It was real good because it's not point crushing those because they ain't worth anything.
Right. Well, it used to be a Nova
It was.
at one time. But you got 3 of them in the shop right now. You can't find parts for them if they're missing parts. Pontiac Bonneville. What kind of engine's in this one? Nothing. Not an engine at all, folks.
That's like automatic.
You know, a bunch of the more 50s cars back there.
Those are the older ones. That's a pretty neat one. The other one.
And I tied my shoe in a double knot and it still came untied. Let's see. All right. That's an old Nash right there, I think. Either a Nash or a Studebaker. I think it's a Nash. Well, what's left of El Camino, at least.
You're able to walk in there if you want to. That's the better side. The other side was just too much.
Yeah, that's okay.
This one's 59.
What year that is? 59?
Right here.
59 Nash. It's pretty cool, man. You don't ever see Nashes. Even at car shows, you don't see Nashes. Well, that's a shame. Folks at home who know what that car is, you know why I say that's a shame. Couple of Corvairs. They actually sold one of these at an auction. Maple Brothers had an auction here a while back, and they sold one of these brand new, well, restored for about 14,000, 15,000. We'll wrap around here. We go through here.
We can wrap around and then we'll be done with this side more or less.
Okay. So somebody came in and took all the hoods and all the wheels and tires, huh? Yeah, it's right to the dashes. There's all the cars missing the dashes too. So what's your favorite kind of car?
I got a long list. It's all the ones I want, but I can't have.
I hear ya. What's your top 5? It's a hard list, isn't it?
That is a really hard list, actually. Maybe this way. I've always been a fan of like the real old stuff.
Like the 40s and 50s?
Yeah, 40s and 50s is what I like. So I'm a little weird like that.
Nothing wrong with the 40s and 50s, man. 50s cars had class, had style. Bumpers were big. The interior was just as luxurious as the exterior was. And
I can't give you a favorite car, but I can give you my favorite era. That was my favorite era.
the 50s.
50s and the late 40s, just because you see one of those fly down the road, everybody's turning their head.
Right. So
This is the last little bit over here, and then you've seen them all up here anyway.
okay.
We can just walk on down. There ain't very many left over there.
You got the Chargers are over there, so
Yeah.
my uncle had, I believe it was one of these when I was a kid. Yeah. And he did a straight pipe on that thing. Well, he was out turning around my hometown in Colby, Kansas, and city cop pulled him over for his car being too loud. You hear him from about 5 miles away.
So you know he's coming.
Yep. Couple more El Caminos. This got a couple of Chargers. It's not my favorite body style Charger, but my dad is wanting to find a 71 Charger.
Go down here. Basically it, because we connect everything.
All right. Well, that's one way to have a yard ornament. Put the cab upside down. It looks like you cleared this out pretty good already.
There's a couple survivors back here.
Ones you have trouble getting to. Oh, there's a Buick Riviera. People are always looking for those. If I can get back there. Without cutting the crap out of myself. It's pretty rough. The roof is gone on it. Again, a vinyl top car. But it's there. It's all there. It's an old cop car back there with the lights on top of it.
I do not know. I don't think so. I can go investigate.
Probably just my imagination. All right.
So I'll come up here and we'll go back down the house now and
Okay.
see what's remaining.
Shut the camera off. Okay. This is pretty neat. This little Chevy little. Chevy Corvair 95. Oh, this is one of the ones. Okay, guys, so the ramp here on this will actually drop down. This is a cool piece of automotive history right here. This is really neat. That is really cool. It looks to be fairly solid too. The only thing I wonder, oh, I spoke too soon. It's fixable, you know, new sheet metal. It's fixable. I wonder, thing is, I don't know if you can get parts for these or not. Splice some fins. So somebody at one time had a street racer, it looks like. Let's see. Yeah, I stripped out the interior. That actually be a really cool drag car. If somebody's to buy that and turn into a drag car. It's probably what it was at one time. Yeah. There ain't much left of that anymore. That was a Chevelle at one point. That or a Malibu Classic. It's pretty much. You got doors. That's about it. It looks like somebody cut a bunch of the parts out and used it for building another car, so that's good. I probably saved a car. They put some money in that, didn't they? So the Chrysler Imperials back home, we can't derby them because they're just too stiff of a car. They dominated.
Really?
And so yeah, so they
banned them.
They banned them. Yep. They banned the Chrysler Imperial because they dominated everything. They just didn't bend.
Built right.
And you can't find many of them anymore because of that reason.
Got a little thing up front too.
57 station wagon. Too bad that wasn't a two-door. But usually those 57 station wagons are pretty much gone. They're Swiss cheese after you take a blaster to them. Chevy they made so many of these Tri-5s that they're kind of like the Mustang. They made so many Mustangs so quick, it's hard to keep up with quality control. And a lot of times, by the time you find them now like this, they're pretty rough. Still a cool car though. But I don't think that's worth saving. It's an old Cutlass. Yep, old Cutlass. Had a CV antenna at one point on it. It's a pretty solid car. Another 57. Wrap around here, head.
We just headed on back.
All right.
We got these ones stacked nicely.
Yep.
And the same thing over there.
Oh, I don't know how I missed this part. Dodge Polara. I don't know how I missed this. I wonder. Probably not.
It's there.
Is it there?
It's there. It's a piece of plywood.
It's there.
Trying to keep it alive a little bit better.
These were a hot car back in the day. These you get quite a few different engine options for the Polara, and that one does got the V8. Somebody needs to save this one. They really do.
They already know what it's coming at too.
$1,200.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's it looks like it's a really solid car, guys. I mean, there's, for the most part, I mean, yeah, you gotta have your typical rust and stuff here, but I mean, these things make awesome drag cars. All right. These ones are trying to save for later.
These are the very last ones. There's that dog right there, he's keeping. This body he's keeping, and this Plymouth body he's keeping. Those are his.
Nice.
That's why he's got them close to the house, so he can keep an eye on them.
Well, it looks like you made the right choice on which ones to keep. Okay.
And this one you kind of just free for all it, which way you want to go. There's no way out.
I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight, Austin. Let me tell you. Between walking the St. Louis Salvage and now walking this, I probably
like a baby.
Walked probably 10 miles a day. There's another Corvair. Little MG. Camaro. It looks like it's complete for the most part. Missing the front clip, bumper, and hood, but it's not bad. It's there. It's not bad. Just make a big circles on it. That's what I'll do. And a little Datsun pickup. People like those Datsuns.
They're a good little truck.
That's a Galaxy 500 right there. I'm not a big Ford guy, but I got a buddy who would love to have that. When it comes to the Fords, I like the Torino, I like the Mustang, I like the Galaxy Fastback, if you can find them. It's actually really, that body doesn't look too bad. So I'm not sure if the body, if the bed on GMC is different and that on a Chevy. But that's really, I need to let Curtis know, come out here and look. So when did they stop bringing cars to you guys? Do you remember?
They hadn't had cars coming this way for a while. Whenever the original owner, he died, they weren't bringing in cars. They were just kind of letting them sit here.
Mm-hmm.
So when they bought it out, they haven't been adding no cars, and now they're just crushing them out and trying to save what they can.
Gotcha.
Right here, Chevrolet there.
Old Caprice, two-door Caprice. Looks like something fell on the roof. Oh, it's an Impala. My bad, guys. Yeah, that one's pretty rough. That'll be a derby car. You got your Camaros in one line.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I was in the market for a Camaro, not a Trans Am, because the Camaro is actually a lot better shape than the Trans Ams were. That one's pretty solid. It's a 79, maybe an 80. Not bad. Got hit in the back. Probably why I got dropped off here. Mm-hmm. 71 or 72 El Camino. Yeah. Another Camaro. $3,100. Actually got one in the shop right now, $3,100.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Doing a full tubular control arm setup on it, 4-link in the rear, 33 stroker. Pretty cool pickup when it's done.
Mm-hmm.
That is really neat.
Yep, that's fine little.
With that back glass like that.
Yep.
And it's still intact too, which is really cool.
There's that one. Yep, that's just that one. This is one of those that people come up through and they'll pop it out and take it.
Shame. Really neat. An old International. That's what this is? I can't tell. There's nothing on the dash to say what it is. Anything good back there? Don't look like it. We're getting towards the end.
Yeah.
So you're here Monday through Friday, or you just here on the weekend?
I'm here whenever it's dry, so I can work it and get things fixed up. I work every day unless I can't run that loader.
Gotcha. Yeah, it doesn't take We haven't had rain in like a week and the ground's still really soft, so.
It don't take much for the loaders to get on that soft ground.
Yeah.
One or two out here that's got a neat little dash on it. Kind of like the old bubble dash.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's around here somewhere. I think one of these three.
Oh.
Yeah, it's this one. Go look on the driver's side and look at the odometer and everything. Miles on it.
Oh, how cool is that? I hope you guys can see this thoroughly in here.
You can get close and see how many miles is on it. That's the real kicker with this one. Neat little novelties.
46,000 miles. AC car. The golden tone is what they call the radio. And it is a push button transmission. That's really neat. It's so cool.
So little things like this. You gotta love.
Yeah, that was really neat.
He said this one was owned by a pilot in Oklahoma City for the longest time. And he'd drive to work and he'd leave it there for however long he was flying, and when he came back, he'd go home with it.
No kidding. It's Chrysler. Oh, it's really neat, man. That dash is just so cool. I'm trying to remember when the robot craze kind of took over. Robot space age kind of took over.
50s into the, it died down in the, or at the beginning of the 60s, or late 50s, early 60s. It just kind of died.
Yeah. And so that's kind of what that gauge is based off of. That dash, you know, is during the space thing. Yep.
Everybody was all about space race.
Oh, it's so cool. All right. Well, Austin, man, I appreciate you showing me around.
Yep.
If you're serious about buying, how they get a hold of you?
You ain't gonna get a hold of me. They're getting a hold of Jesse Breger.
Okay, I'll get that information for you guys before I leave, and so you can get a hold of him. Like I said, unless you got the cash and you're ready to buy, please don't waste their time. They like to save as many of these cars as they possibly can from the crusher. Like I said, the government is coming in and kind of forcing their hand to do what they don't want to do, and I'd like to see some of these get saved if possible. Anyways, thanks for watching the video, and I'm glad he's able to join me.